Greetings, Mavericks and new viewers. Tonight, direct and live from the Maverick News Network World Studios. This is Maverick News with Rick Walker.
Okay, so I don't know if we're actually running on our channel still tonight. Okay, are we running on Rumble? Let me check. I do apologize for the late start again tonight. Yes, we are. Okay, finally we are in business. My apologies to everyone, just catching the program now. Another night of technical problems. Internet issues, I guess, and who knows what. But I was broadcasting to nobody for about, 20 minutes. But we're live now, and I see that all the platforms appear to be functioning. So maybe I didn't click on something correctly, or maybe it's the aliens with the lizard brains, which would be fitting for today because it's been such a weird day, a weird start to the day with the weird meeting involving all the U.S. generals and admirals who came back for a weird thing that we'll highlight for you. Then there's the what's the other story today? Truth and Reconciliation Day. Well, that's a somber occasion. So we will dig into all of that. Today's top news stories. Plus, I think we're going to talk about Alice Cooper, too, which was a little bit unexpected. So I think we're going to have Johnny join us from Toronto to talk about Alice Cooper. So for anybody who remembers Alice Cooper, I'm going to share my memories. He'll share his. Maybe you want to share yours in the chat, too. Anyway, I'll be right back after this, and we'll start digging into it.
Greetings, brave Mavericks. Our quest for truth continues. We go beyond fake news. Together we expose propaganda. Together we pull others out of rabbit holes. We are Maverick thinkers. We are all unique individuals, defenders of individual rights and freedoms, credible, trusted, grounded in reality. Maverick News. Defending free speech. Donate at freedomreporters.com. Do it now. Tomorrow may be too late. Maverick News. The world is watching.
So it has been a very strange day. As you know, Trump, Hegseth, brings all these U.S. generals, admirals, military leaders from all over the world, all the way back to Washington for this very important, unprecedented meeting. Probably could have been handled with an email, but he, at great expense, brings all these generals back. Was there something else going on behind the scenes we don't know about? I don't think so. Maybe, but this was a big show, and it started weirdly with Trump threatening to fire any general he didn't like on the spot before he even got to the event. Okay, let's bring up the clip. It's like weird. Listen.
This time. So I'm going over, I'm going to be meeting with generals and with admirals and with leaders. And if I don't like somebody, I'm going to fire him right on the spot. This time.
All right, so that's the way he went into the meeting. What a leader. Maybe there's more to it that I it's still a strange thing just to say heading into a meeting like that. Now, from there, he goes over. Hegseth gives his big speech. We'll get to that in a moment, but because Trump is El Presidente, I want to show you how that began, because this whole thing is a show. Okay, he so much wants the adoration. He wants to know that these generals and admirals and that they'll just do anything he wants, and he so craves the applause and the love of and the obedience of these military leaders who I guess he thinks he can just make them do anything he wants. He goes into this meeting now because it's like military leaders, they're very serious people. There's no applause. This is not what they're there for. It's not a campaign rally, but he wants it to be a campaign rally. He also wants it to be a show. Like everything with Donald Trump. This is, one of the, he's one of the very first big reality TV stars. Mark Burnett, Survivor and The Apprentice. And now he's playing this role as president. But he's more than just the star. He's kind of at the center of, producing everything, I think, now as president. And you can see that he thinks in these terms. He thinks in terms of optics, performance, right down to the names. And this phrase, central casting, keeps coming up. Central casting. And he keeps referring to this General Raisin Cain. I don't know how many of the generals he can actually name, but he names that guy all the time because of the name. It's just a great name, and it's perfect for performance for a show. And it comes up here again today. So let me bring this up. This is the beginning of Trump's address to the military leaders. They flew these guys in from all corners of the world today for this. He comes on stage after being introduced by Hegseth, the head of the Department of War.
Thank you very much, Pete. Great job you're doing, too. Fantastic.
No applause. No.
I've never walked into a room so silent before. This is very... Oh, don't laugh. Don't laugh. You're not allowed to do that. You know what? Just have a good time. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. And if you want to do anything you want, you can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank. There goes your future. But you just feel nice and loose, okay? Because we're all on the same team. And I was told that, sir, you won't hear a murmur in the room. I said, we got to loosen these guys up a little bit. So you just have a good time. But I want to thank Secretary Hegseth and General Cain, General Raisin Cain, for a reason they call him that. When I heard his name, I said, you're the guy I'm looking for. The Joint Chiefs of Staff and so many others in this room who together represent the greatest and most elite fighting force in the history of the world, the United States military. We're very proud of our military. I rebuilt the military during my first term. It's one of the greatest achievements. We had the greatest economy in history, and I built the military. Those are the two things I say more than anything else. And I also kept us safe at the borders. We had very good borders. We didn't have people coming in from jails and prisons and everything like took place over the last 4 years. They'll never forget what happened to this country over the last 4 years with the incompetence. There could be no higher honor than to serve as your commander-in-chief. It is a great honor.
Wait for it.
And look at you, just incredible people. Central casting, I might add.
There it is.
To each and every one of you, I thank you for your unwavering devotion to the armed forces and to the country that we've all sworn a sacred oath to defend. We all have that oath, every one of us.
Central casting. There you have it. It's a show. It's a show for this guy. Everything about it is it's like a reality TV show, a movie. It's funny. And then Hegseth today. He also, for me, very weird. These are people that have their fingers on the big red button, right? To nuke the world if they so choose. Press the button, poof. And he goes into this meeting with all these very serious military professionals, and he uses profanity to emphasize his points. Hardly businesslike.
No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses.
Going to war with...
No more climate change worship. No more division, distraction, or gender delusions. No more debris. As I've said before, and will say again, we are done with that shit. No more identity months.
Wow. Wow. Okay. It's cool to use profanity. He giving license to, other people to do the same, I guess. You lead by example. That's his example. This is a guy running the military. I don't know. Yeah, I do know. I don't think it's appropriate, but some people like it. Look, just do a scroll on social media here. Look where these clips are loaded. Hegseth is on absolute fire. Hegseth was on fire this morning. Not either they're highly critical or on the MAGA side, everyone's like, yeah, this is what we voted for. Right there, I voted for this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fires. He's on fire. Okay, if that's what you want, you think that's leadership. I don't see it that way myself. If that guy was running, a corporation, if he was the CEO, I'd be calling for his resignation. Honestly, you don't talk like that. It's unbecoming. And you also, okay, I've got other clips of him. It just right here. He, yeah, this is the other one here. Now, he doesn't come right out and use the words, but right here. For Pete Hegseth, the concept of peace through strength means FAFO, which also really concerns me.
To our enemies, FAFO. If necessary, our troops can translate that for you. Another way to put it is peace through strength. To our enemies.
One more time.
FAFO. If necessary, our troops can translate that for you.
Wow. Holy, wow. Wow. That blows my mind. And then, maybe I should show you too. This brought back a memory for me that I'd also seen recently recycled on social media of Pete Hegseth. So this guy's up there on the stage talking tough. Right? Again. Let me find it here for you. You ever see him throw an axe? This was I don't know exactly when this was, but he was on Fox and Friends. I'll show you. He almost killed somebody right here. This guy, when he was at Fox, as sort of he wasn't one of the main people, to be sure, but come on up here. Let's try this one. There we go. Okay. So he's at something called the Battle of the Lumberjacks, and he's an axe throwing demonstration. He's live.
With the axe. Who's going to win this battle with the lumberjacks? That's coming up next. I'm putting my money on Clayton.
Jesus. Wow.
With the axe. Who's
didn't make it up. It's true. It happened. So that's the Secretary of War. Acting tough. Trump continues. Now, here's the thing that probably has some other people concerned too. He resuscitated the whole Canada as the 51st state thing, as he started in on the whole Golden Dome space defense, missile defense thing again, which is just like irresistibly fluffy, apparently.
Investing tens of billions of dollars in modernizing our nuclear deterrence capabilities like never before. And we've begun construction on what we call the Golden Dome missile defense shield. It'll be the most sophisticated in the world. You watched it do well until they had some problems at the end with a little bit of a lack of ammunition, defensive ammunition, but they've got that taken care of. But I tell you, it's what we're doing is so good, and we deserve it. You know, we help other countries with it. We don't have it ourselves. And Canada called me a couple of weeks ago. They want to be part of it. To which I said, well, why don't you just join our country? You become 51, become the 51st state, and you get it for free. So I don't know if that made a big impact, but it does make a lot of sense. It actually makes, because they're having a hard time up there in Canada now, because as you know, with tariffs, everyone's coming into our country. We have more investment than we've ever had before, $17 trillion coming in. As an example, in 4 years, Biden didn't have $1 trillion. We have $17 trillion more than that in 8 months coming in. And they're coming in from Canada, Mexico, from Europe, from all over. AI, auto plants. Everybody's coming back to the United States.
Jesus. Okay, not okay. Not okay. So yeah, Prime Minister Carney has had quite a number of phone calls. The Canadian negotiating team on the tariffs, they're not negotiating in public. They're holding their cards pretty close to their chest so that Trump can't see the cards. We'll see where it goes. It's a challenging time, no doubt about it. But from what I'm seeing, the economy on both sides of the border under stress. Certainly we're under stress up here. Definitely. Things are changing. But we'll see how resilient Canada is. And the tariffs, well, we don't have to get into it tonight. Just seeing him say it again, I have to ask the question, what do you think, my American friends? Does he mean it, or is he still joking? I think it's pretty clear to me. I don't think he's joking. He's serious. So they've gone to war on woke. He talked about how he's sort of disappointed in Putin for not ending the war in Ukraine quicker, that it should have been over in like a week or blah, blah, blah. And then he says that he's going to provide training for a quick reaction force, because he's talking about using the troops in U.S. cities as like a training ground for the U.S. military.
We haven't even started yet. Last month, I signed an executive order to provide training for a quick reaction force that can help quell civil disturbances. And this is going to be a big thing for the people in this room, because it's the enemy from within, and we have to handle it before it gets out of control. It won't get out of control. Once you're involved at all, they all joke. They say, oh, this is not good. And we haven't even started.
When he uses language like this, it is inflammatory. It does not bring the country together. It makes things, honestly, it makes things worse. It doesn't dial things down, but that's also what I think a lot of people did vote for. They want payback. They want revenge. They want all these people arrested and held accountable. Well, here's Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen. You know, he's a regular over on that program, Midas Touch. He's concerned about it. Keep in mind, this is a guy who used to work for Trump for a long time. He was sort of a fixer. He knows a lot of things about Trump, a lot of things about Trump that I'm sure he has not even revealed at this point. But he went to jail because Trump basically betrayed him, threw him under the bus. He had been loyal, and then in the end, Trump stabbed him in the back.
With those rounds. When you start hearing, for example, Pete Hegseth or even the President of the United States talking to these generals and saying to them, let me be crystal clear, we are at war, but it is a war from within. You understand what we're talking about here. You're talking about the president and you're talking about the head of the Department of War telling these individuals that you're going to be going into the city, despite the fact that you have the posse comitatus. It's not supposed to take place, but there you are going to have to go in, and you're going to have to declare to your soldiers that the country is being invaded from within. I don't even know how bad this is going to ultimately be, how much damage, how much death could potentially be on the horizon. When you have a group of individuals armed to the teeth with these assault rifles coming in packs of 25, packs of 50, coming after U.S. citizens because they don't ascribe to this administration's orders or their dicta. And then all of a sudden, you're in an armed conflict with your military. That I can assure each and every one of you is not what any one of us would call a democracy or a democratic republic. That I could be certain about. And the fact that we have Pete Hegseth, who is leading this charge, who continues, as he did in that hour-long speech, which was fraught with racist undertones, sexist undertones, homophobic, transphobic undertones. As I watched it, I viscerally felt sick. I can't believe that this is actually happening in the United States of America. If you told me that this was happening in Venezuela, I would have said, okay, yeah, I get it. If you told me this was happening in North Korea, absolutely, I would expect nothing less. But the fact that you have the head of the Department of Defense making these types of statements to the highest brass in our country, respected military men and women who have dedicated their lives to protecting this incredibly, incredibly sacred document. Pete, on behalf of all of the brigaders, on behalf of all of America, even those that right now don't know it, fuck you. You are destroying this country by going along with this Project 2025 game. It's not going to work. I'm telling you, it's going to get real ugly on the streets of America, but no chance in the world is it going to work. And again, Pete, on behalf of everybody, you're a real fucking jerk off.
Letting the generals, or telling the generals, that we are in this war from within, and it's Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, that's really what your battlefield is right now. It is American cities that Donald Trump doesn't like. Here, let's play that clip.
What they've done to San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places, and we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. That's a war, too. It's a war from within. Controlling the physical territory of our border is essential to national security. We can't let these people in.
So, and this is going on the streets, and it is escalating. This was Chicago just a short time ago.
300 federal officials to that apartment complex. Some even rappelled down from Blackhawks onto the rooftop in order to help secure that perimeter. Now, they were searching for suspected members of the violent Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. Of course, TDA has been designated as a terrorist organization under the Trump administration. Now, it was the biggest show of force that we've ever seen on the ground here. We had agencies, FBI, Border Patrol, ICE, and ATF all involved here, and they were all looking for targets in that same exact building. It was a 5-story building. It was a tall task for them, and anything could have gone wrong. But luckily, the operations went pretty smoothly. Preliminary reports show that about 30 illegal immigrants were arrested in this operation, some of them suspected Tren de Aragua. Now, we talked with Chief Gregory Bovino, who's running the operations on the ground for many of these ops in Chicago, and he had some words for people that are pushing back against his operations. Take a listen.
How about you live in the apartment next door to Tren de Aragua members that are trafficking and prostitution, guns, drugs, and taking advantage of American citizens in a violent way? Why don't you live next to them and then see how much of a Gestapo or a Nazi we are?
This Tren de Aragua gang's pretty big. I wonder how many members they have. Because everybody getting arrested seems to be a Tren de Aragua gang member. I'm going to search right now while I think of it. See if I can find out. Let's do a little AI search. How many gang members are in the Tren de Aragua gang in the United States? And the answer is, exact figures challenging. Don't quite know. U.S. Department of Homeland Security in 2024, 100 active members out of 600. Can't be possible. Got to be more. Heritage Foundation says hundreds. Washington Post, March 2025, a few hundred tied to the gang. Miami Herald, 1,800 tracked. USA Today, 135 confirmed arrests prior to 2024. Post-inauguration raids, 394 arrests. So consensus range, let me just go to the conclusion here. Most neutral analyses, NPR, BBC, Guardian, blah, 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 U.S. members peg U.S. members at 100 to 500, with up to 1,800 in broader tracking. Government figures lean higher due to inclusive criteria, while experts like those from Insight Crime warn of overestimation from flawed identification, example, tattoos or clothing. We saw that with, you remember the letters on the fingers that he said was a tattoo and it wasn't. It was actually letters in a graphic on the photo. Anyway, that was Trump. The gang's U.S. footprint is smaller than in Peru or Chile, where cells number in the thousands regionally. TDA's entry surged with Venezuelan migration, but it's not a centralized invasion. I'm just reading. Don't shoot the messenger, MAGA people. Members often act opportunistically, not under direct Venezuelan government control. So it's like, let's say 3,000 at the top end, possibly only in the hundreds based on this. Challenges in counting and concerns, over underestimation, Trump administration rhetoric, example, thousands invading, amplifies threats for immigration policy, but experts like the New York Times op-ed call it a boogeyman, misidentification risks. Even if you err on the side of, saying the New York Times is biased, I don't know how you get to the kind of numbers that I think that we're being led to, that they expect us to believe here, justifying all these arrests. They're all Tren de Aragua. This guy's Tren de Aragua. And I hadn't really thought about it in this context until just now. But yeah, I think maybe there's a little bit of exaggeration going on here. I shouldn't be laughing. It's not funny because people are at each other's throats in the streets, and it's got us on the verge of a civil war, and you can see where it's coming from, can't you? But some people like it. Not me. I don't like it at all, and I don't like the way it's spilling over into Canada. Yeah, I think it's bad news all the way around. Now we got... oh my. I could go on for a long time about this tonight. Oh, I'll run one more. Okay, he also is disappointed in Putin because he didn't end the war in a week in Ukraine. And then he says he told Putin, "Are you a paper tiger?" But I don't think he said it to his face. I don't think he had the guts to do that in Alaska. He said it later. A few days ago. He makes it sound in the clip like he says it to Putin's face. He didn't. He did not at all. And then now here he is talking about solving wars, and you can see how badly he wants someone to nominate him for, and he wants to win the Nobel Peace Prize.
Saved a lot of them. Even in Africa, we saved the Congo with Rwanda. They've been fighting for 31 years, 10 million people dead. I got that one done, and very proud of it. So if this works out, we'll have eight in 8 months. That's pretty good. Nobody's ever done that. Will you get the Nobel Prize? Absolutely not. They'll give it to some guy that didn't do a damn thing. They'll give it to a guy that wrote a book about the mind of Donald Trump and what it took to solve the wars. And the Nobel Prize will go to a writer. No, but let's see what happens. But it's be a big insult to our country. I will tell you that. I don't want it. I want the country to get it. But it should get it because there's never been anything like it. Think of it. So if this happens, I think it will. I don't say that lightly because I know more about deals than anybody. This is what my whole life was based on.
He wants it so bad. He does. You can tell. That's why he's talking about it. I'll tell you, I think his speeches are getting longer. Maybe it's just because I'm getting a little tired of the repetitive nature of his rhetoric, but yeah, he wants he so wants that Nobel Peace Prize. Let's just move on, okay, to other news today, because we don't want to talk about Trump all night, do we? No, we don't. No, not going to do that. So let's move on to our next story, which is about, Donald Trump. It's about Donald Trump because he went from that over to the White House. And, I think I need to clarify. I said that those generals are in, I think I did. I think I said they were in Washington, but I think they're actually in Virginia. So if I misspoke earlier, or if I'm getting it wrong now, I apologize. But yeah, I think I got it wrong. I think I may have said that incorrectly. Anyway, drug prices, big pharma. That was the topic of discussion. The drug manufacturers, they actually price adjust their pharmaceuticals for different countries based on ability to pay. And so in the US and in first world countries, prices are higher. In Canada, our prices are a lot lower for drugs than they are in the US. Trump wants to end that. He's imposing big tariffs on Canada for pharmaceuticals manufactured up here. Some people have actually been purchasing pharmaceuticals from Canada, American citizens, because they've been able to get them cheaper. Anyway, he wants to end all of that. So today he had an announcement regarding all of that in the White House. And he's saying that companies, like Pfizer, are going to invest more in manufacturing, reshoring some of the offshore manufacturing facilities, bringing it back to America. And then he's trying to equalize the pricing so that the U.S. consumer will, I guess, I don't know what's actually going to happen is the U.S. consumers might pay a little bit less, and people in other countries, in developing countries, are going to end up paying a whole lot more. The reason the pharmaceutical companies and the healthcare community in general the reason they worked out this lower price mechanism for developing countries and less prosperous countries is because they're trying to reduce the spread of diseases so that you can get drugs needed in countries to people who need them to keep them healthy so they don't get sicker and spread more disease. That's the real reason why it's done, to make sure that people who need help can get help so that diseases don't spread, so that they ultimately don't end up back here in the first world and in the United States where people here get sick because the diseases are left to spread. That's the logic behind it. I'm just explaining it. Trump only sees it, though, as some sort of a transactional business arrangement.
And I had a news conference that I explained it's 0.1% of 1%, but it was down. And here we're talking about, in one case, over 1,000%. This is a critical step forward to our work and to improve health care and hardworking, low-income Americans, especially low-income Americans, who will be helped so greatly. In addition, Pfizer is agreeing to provide some of their most popular current medications to all consumers at heavily discounted prices of anywhere between 50 and even 100%, and that's off the price. And in some cases, even more than that. These drugs will be available for direct purchase online at a website operated by the federal government. We're also announcing that moving forward, all new medications introduced by Pfizer to the American market will be sold at the reduced most favored nation cost. So we'll be paying essentially what other countries are paying, who have been much lower for many, many years. Furthermore, Pfizer will invest $70 billion to reshore domestic manufacturing facilities. In other words, they're going to bring a lot of their facilities to make their drugs and make what they make, their product. They're going to make it in the United States. I appreciate that $70 billion investment and fund research and development right here in America. We're working with other major pharmaceutical companies to secure similar agreements. Everyone understands that the status quo where Americans pay more for drugs, prescription drugs, and they pay more than foreign countries who take advantage of us in many other ways, although not so many anymore. I think we've pretty well got that stopped, right? I think so. We've stopped that, but they took advantage of a lot of other presidents, that I can tell you. But we're making this pay to be very unacceptable, what they've done in the past. That's why my administration has also taken historic action to investigate the unfair and discriminatory trade practices of other countries that extort our pharmaceutical makers to shift costs onto the American consumer. They say, no, give us a price, a very low price, and just charge the American consumer, charge it to the U.S. The United States is done subsidizing the health care of the rest of the world. It's a big thing. I can't tell you how big this is. And I was all set to go on a first term, but then you had the COVID, and we had to focus on that. But I said, I want to get back here because you're talking about 14, 15, 1,600% reductions in some cases. But by taking this bold step, we're ending the era of global price gouging at the expense of American families, and we're making America healthy again, which is our little theme for the people behind me. And I want to just ask Secretary Kennedy to come up, and we'll start, and we'll go through it with Oz and Klomp and Bourla and McCary, and we'll go through it. And if you have any questions, but this is a really big announcement. This is something that most people said was not doable. And other countries are going along because we told them if you don't go along, they didn't have to go along. But if they didn't go along, we were going to put extra tariffs on those countries. And we were going to charge them the amount of money that they should be paying for the reduction in costs. So I think we had a pretty good negotiating position. So, Bobby, I'd like you to speak about this, and what a great job, and thank you very much.
All right, enough. Yeah, okay. It is what it is what they say. That's whatever that means, which is to say that, Trump is in a strong negotiating position. So that's why they put another 10% tariff today on Canadian lumber. I don't know if it was today, but he's done that. That's new. Another 10% on lumber. Why? They're too woke. Don't like it. And we're at war with woke. From within and from without. So we'll see how all that goes. Good for, consumers, get lower prices. Maybe, I guess. Maybe not so good for the whole world as a whole. And we'll see if the diseases come circling around and if this comes back to bite America on the butt in the end. Truth and Reconciliation Day in Canada. Let's take a look at that. So, different people have different feelings on this. And here we go. This is what it looked like today. Of the National Center for Truth and Reconciliation, where Mark Carney, Prime Minister, was guest speaker. Okay, let's go to the clip of the PM. This is Mark Carney.
We're gathered here today on the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. Your Excellency, the Governor General, colleagues, esteemed guests. On this day, both solemn and hopeful, allow me to begin by painting a picture that illustrates our journey. At the beginning of my mandate as Prime Minister, I had an Indigenous painting installed outside the Cabinet room behind us in the West Block of Parliament. It's called A Brief History of the Northwest Coast, designed by Luke Parnell. And it depicts a painful part of our shared history through 11 wooden panels with images inspired by the design on the bent wood boxes and feast bowls of the Nishka and the Haida. The first few of those panels burst with vibrant colors. And then, with contact, those colors fade until the middle ones become smothered in white paint, a culture literally whitewashed. The final panels begin to resemble the original glory, with image, though marked by what has been endured, that are renewed and resurgent. This painting captures the pain of suppression and assimilation, and the possibility of reconciliation and renewal. That possibility rests on truth. Truth is the foundation of justice. And the truth is, for more than a century, this country ran residential schools. Over 150,000 First Nations, Inuit, and Métis children were taken from their families and their communities, torn from their languages, their cultures, and their identities. Les pensionnats représentent l'architecture d'une politique d'effacement. Ce n'est pas un chapitre lointain, mais une vérité qui perdure. Residential schools are a truth that survivors have carried with them when others would not. A truth recounted more than 6,500 times before the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, so we could no longer say that we did not know. On this National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, we honor survivors and the children who never returned home. We reflect on the devastating legacy of the residential school system. And we, as a government and as a people, we match remembrance with responsibility. La responsabilité de faire progresser la réconciliation. La responsabilité de créer les conditions de renouveau et de regain. Canada's new government is moving forward on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls for action. We're advancing the calls for justice from the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls. And we are implementing the United Nations Declarations on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples Act in partnership with Indigenous peoples. I know we have a long way to go, but we are building together in health, in education, in economic opportunity, in housing, upholding Indigenous rights and empowering Indigenous communities with security and prosperity. Le nouveau gouvernement du Canada sera, lui aussi, un partenaire indéfectible en respectant l'autodétermination, en reconnaissant que le partenariat commence par une compréhension partagée et en faisant de l'équité et de la participation autochtone une priorité dans la construction de notre pays. Merci. Because, well, it's vital that we build. It's more important. It is vital how we build, with indigenous leadership, indigenous prosperity, indigenous opportunity. These must be foundational from the start. We pledge to build a future where survivors are honored with remembrance, with justice, and with a stronger, fairer Canada. Un Canada rendu plus fort par la résilience des communautés autochtones. Reconciliation, as the Governor General, Her Excellency, reminded us, reconciliation is a generational task that must be lived and practiced every day by every Canadian. And it's that point. That's why I began with the painting. That's why the pain of the repression and the possibility of renewal are the last images that I, as Prime Minister, and my ministers see before we enter the Cabinet room to take some of the most important decisions in this country. It's there so we remember what came before us, and so we are seized with the task ahead of us. We will not fail you. Merci beaucoup et vive le Canada.
Greetings, brave Mavericks. Our quest for truth continues. We go beyond fake news. Together we expose propaganda. Together we pull others out of rabbit holes. We are maverick thinkers. We are all unique individuals, defenders of individual rights and freedoms, credible, trusted, grounded in reality. Maverick News, Maverick News. Defending free speech, free speech. Donate at freedomreporters.com. Do it now. Tomorrow may be too late. Maverick News. The world is watching.
I'm back, and sorry about the muted microphone. Thank you for the call to tell me that I was muted. I am still getting the phone line set up. We're going to come back on the other side with Johnny, who's going to talk to us about Alice Cooper. I think he's going to be there. Hang on. I'll be right back as soon as we get it set up.
Maverick News. The world is watching.
Okay, one more moment. We've almost got him. I promise. Gonna do it. I mean it. Here we go.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the Founding Fathers. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth.
The entire world is watching.
Every dictator, every crazy dictator in the world is watching. The world is watching. On TV.
The entire world is watching.
On social media.
But the entire world is watching, and yes, they are seeing what we have apparently bravely been willing to say that others are thinking.
Stand for freedom. Literally stand for freedom. Let's get this done. The entire world is watching.
We're at war with the most dangerous enemy that has ever faced mankind in his long climb from the swamp to the stars.
Maverick News. Maverick News. Maverick News.
Let me have more control of my own destiny.
The world is watching.
Okay, we have John on the line. Okay, hello, sir. How are you tonight?
Hanging in there, just listening and watching baseball.
Yeah, multitasking. Well,
I do that all the time. Yeah.
So you sent me this clip, which caught my interest just before. Well,
actually, that's the full show.
Is it? Okay. This is Alice Cooper. And
I sent you both shows last night. Yeah.
So what's this? It said last show. I don't know what that means. Does that mean that Alice Cooper is retiring? Is this his last show?
He's 77 years old. I don't know how much more he can go. He's still. Plus, you look at that black girl, the white girl with the black hair. That's his girlfriend. She's pretty young, man. So he's probably busy with the guy. The guy's worth like $70 million. You know, I don't think he needs any more money.
Wow. Well. Yeah, you piqued my interest. I don't think 77 is that old for someone as undead as Alice Cooper.
Undead. Yeah, he's a Christian, you know, and the guy, he's playing this mortgage guy, you know, like, man, hey, listen, the first time I got into Alice Cooper was in the 80s when he put out that album, $1 Billion Babies.
Yeah.
I started getting into them, and then the first show I went to was Welcome to My Nightmare.
Yeah.
And every show is almost the same. Like, he hasn't really changed much. He was born in Detroit. You know, the guy's Detroit rocker there, and it was crazy last night. Fans all excited. After the show, I was asking everybody, who you like better, Judas Priest or Alice Cooper? You know, everybody was. I don't think anybody didn't like the show. I didn't see anybody leave.
So
it was.
So where did you see this, John? Is this show?
Molson Amphitheater, Toronto downtown, and beat the lakefront there. You know.
So this link,
the best venue to see a show, Budweiser stage, best venue.
So this link that I got up on the screen, I don't think that's from the show you went to. This is from New Jersey, I think, is what it says here. Is that right? A YouTube clip?
Alice Cooper?
Yeah.
No, the full show. That you watching the full show?
I don't know. I think you sent me three different links.
Yeah, they were just clips of a show, but
here,
I was thinking of you when he played Frankenstein. Feed my Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I was thinking of you and those ostriches.
Oh, okay. I knew we were going to go there. I don't want you to. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
No. Leave those birds alone. Hey, teacher, leave those birds alone. He played that. Well, not teacher, but he played Schools Out,
Yeah, I mentioned in my text back to you that I've actually met Alice Cooper. I interviewed him on my car show at one point. I don't remember how many years ago it would be now. It has to be at least 15 years ago. Yeah.
I met him too.
Yeah. He's a car guy.
Yeah, and a big golfer.
Yes.
He owns a golf course in Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He likes cars. Yeah, he's got a lot of cars. He's a collector.
Yeah, that's right. I remember in my interview with him, which you might find it on YouTube somewhere. It might be out there on YouTube. I've got it around here. I've got all that stuff kicking around here in archives, but it's hard to find it all because there's so much. But we talked a lot about the Avanti, because he has an Avanti car ahead of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, he has a lot of different cars. He's a big car guy. And yeah,
nice guy.
Yeah, very nice guy. Very accommodating. When I went up to him and asked for the interview, he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." And then, strangely, I did the interview in Toronto. I was at a comic convention. That's where I did the interview with him. And then about a week later, CTV sent me to Kingston to cover, I think it was a murder trial of some kind. And so I was up there. I can't remember what the story was, but anyway, I was up there doing something cult related for the week. And the camera guy that I was with, he got tickets for an Alice Cooper show that very week in Kingston. The Alice Cooper show a week after.
You seen Alice Cooper?
Yeah.
So you seen the guillotine stuff and all the him in a straitjacket and all that kind of crap?
Yeah.
You've seen it all, eh?
Oh yeah.
Good show, eh?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Except that it was like an arena, if I remember right, in Kingston, where we saw the show. And it was awful because the acoustics in the place were
the acoustics
terrible. Just the worst. The echo in the place was almost unbearable because it was so loud and the sound just it would bounce off every wall, the ceiling, the roof, and just everything was around in the building. It was terrible, but the show itself was good because there's so much theatrics involved, right?
Mm-hmm. There was a girl I was talking to there yesterday. She had a back pass.
Oh yeah.
And for Alice Cooper. And I talked to her. I said, "Did you meet him?" She goes, "Yeah, he's a very nice guy." I said, "How much you pay for the pass?" She goes, "Well, I bought it before Christmas. It was $500, but it's probably around $1,000 today." Just to go shake his hand.
Yeah.
No frickin' way, Brick. I'd pay anybody $1,000 to shake their hand.
Yeah, it's amazing how much people will pay to do that sort of thing at those comic conventions. Like I don't remember how much they were charging, hundreds of dollars, as I recall, to get an autograph from Adam West, Batman, and Burt Ward, Robin. That was in Novi, Michigan, one day when I was there, and they were lined up out the room, out the door, outside, down the side of the convention center, all lined up to get an interview with Adam West, Batman, and they were paying big money. And I'm like,
I'd like to meet him.
I've interviewed him too. I'd
like to meet him. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He was pretty nice, except the problem is he's no longer with us.
No, but yeah, I'd like to meet him. Yeah, he would have been. Alice Cooper. There's a place on Yonge Street. It's called House of Lords. It's not there no more. They built a condo, but I used to go get my hair cut there, and I knew the owner very good. We used to talk all the time. And he told me, "Come by Wednesday. Alice Cooper's coming in to get his haircut."
Oh.
I said, "Oh." And I was there, but I couldn't get his autograph. He had a lot of people around him.
Oh, yeah.
And they got his picture up there and everything. And, that was... And the best girl there, she still cuts my hair today.
Yeah.
Yeah. She works downtown still, another place. But
see, that's the thing about a celebrity. It's to be a real celebrity, it has to be a very tough existence, because everywhere you go, there are people always around you. They always want to get near you. They want to talk to you. Yeah.
But he loved Toronto. He went to a lot of places in Toronto. He showed up, unannounced. But there was a lot of celebrities at this House of Lords place. It's very famous for long hair cut. It's all long hair rockers and stuff. I used to go there. I've been going there for at least 20 years, but now it's gone. But at least I still got the girl there that cuts my hair. I just seen her a few weeks ago. Actually, I went down and got my hair cut.
So what do you think? Like, I asked, he's been asked about, the satanic overtones or elements of his shows, but you mentioned that he's a Christian, and I've heard him talk about that. What do you think of all that? Is there a conflict?
It's just a show. I don't think but he's very talented. I thought Judas Priest was better because I'm more into heavy metal.
Mm-hmm.
But Alice Cooper, the show, you can't beat the show. It's like, it's like Phantom of the Opera or something,
Oh yeah, very theatrical.
There's the guillotine cutting his head, and there's you see all the weird shit going on there. It's like really, it's dark. It's dark show, yeah.
Oh yeah,
but that's the way he presents it.
And then
it's like Welcome to My Nightmare,
Oh yeah. I think my favorite song is my favorite song of his, I think, is 18.
He sung that one last night. I saw that video.
Yeah.
He had a crutch in his hand, shaking it up and down. He always has something in his hand, he had a crutch for that one. I'm 18, I like it. Yeah.
I wish I was 18 again.
Well, yeah, I'd love to be 18 again. That was the good old days.
And they still do the balloons too. They put the balloons out in the audience. I see there.
Yeah, they did that. The ending was pretty good. They had a choir from Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I see them there. Yeah.
They played Schools Out. Yeah.
The choir sang with them. Is that what they were doing?
They played Schools Out.
Oh, okay.
And then he mixed in The Wall. We don't need no
education.
Yeah. Teacher. Yeah, that's The Wall there. That's part of The Wall. He mixed that in there. Eh?
So he's got the choir singing. It sounds like the crowd singing along too.
Yeah, he's got the choir in the background they're from somewhere in Toronto. He mentioned them. I don't know where the hell they were.
Yeah.
But
cool.
It's like a horror show, man. It's like Rob Zombie. I've seen him so many times. I love horror shows.
Oh, look at that. He's got fireworks up on the screen anyway. Did they have fireworks?
No, it was on the screen, yes.
Yeah.
On the screen.
So it wasn't
the screen was amazing.
Memorial?
The whole back.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I couldn't.
I tell you something. Yeah. Something really strange happened to me last night.
Yeah.
Going home, we took the GO train, and we got off. I'm not going to say where, but anyways, we walking along to go get my car because I parked it at this girl's place, and they wanted to go in for a beer. It's 1:30 in the morning. And the bar was open. I said, I've had enough beers, man. I'm going home. Come on. Anyways, we went in, had a beer, and I ran out of smoke, so I asked her for a smoke. I was drinking a pop, club soda. I go outside, have a smoke. The store next door, they had Frankenstein, a big 3D, the nose, a witch's nose hanging out, Frankenstein hanging up. All this Halloween shit in the window, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it, And it looks pretty amazing, this store, but it was dark. I see my reflection on the glass. It scared the fuck out of me. Oh, sorry, excuse that. It scared the hell out of me. I thought somebody was inside looking at me like a monster or something. And I go, holy mackerel, I'm getting the hell out of here. So I stood back in front of the bar again, finishing the cigarette. All of a sudden, everything went black. All the street lights, all the power went out everywhere. It was totally pitch black. Right after I seen my shadow on the thing, I go, what is this, an omen? I go into the bar and say, let's get the hell out of here. Okay? Yeah. There's no power. Where are you guys? Let's get the hell out of here. Well, I'm almost done. I said, forget it. Take it with you. Let's get out of here. You know, I said, I don't feel safe in this out there. It's like, there's no lights. I don't feel safe. Let's go. And finally, we got out of there and we walked. As soon as I got to her place, the power came back on again. It was about 20 minutes. But that freaked me out there, Rick. Like, I seen my shadow on the glass, but I didn't know it was me. And I thought it was some ghost back there.
You scared
I'm
yourself.
serious. It scared the crap out of me, man. I don't get scared too often, but that scared the hell out of me. I was by myself, you know.
Yeah.
And it's 1:30 in the morning, nobody around. The place was like Monday night. This was dead zone.
Well, I guess this Alice Cooper stuff and all this spooky stuff, it's a good prelude to Halloween because we're just getting into that season.
That's true.
Yeah. My neighbor, one block over, a few of the people around here really go crazy over Halloween. And my one neighbor already has like the whole setup on his front lawn.
I love Halloween. That's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, it was I don't think anybody was disappointed. It was packed. But I like Judas Priest. That was, I sent you that one too, but I don't know. You're probably not into that stuff. It's heavy metal.
Yeah, not as much. Not as much.
He's got some good stuff though, like breaking the law. He's been around. He's older than Alice Cooper. That guy, man. He
was kind of the father of shock rock, Alice Cooper, right?
Yeah.
And I can take Alice Cooper because he tempers everything that he does. He states that he's a Christian. He's not, he's not really serious about all the Satanism. It's a show. It's theatrical. So I'm not so sure about people like Marilyn Manson, though. Have you seen him?
I've seen Marilyn Manson dozens and dozens of times. That guy, when he started off, he was amazing. Now he's too like again, he's another Christian. Look at these guys. I don't get it, Rick. He's another
Manson
Christian.
Just creeps me right out.
Oh yeah, he's good though. He's good live. I like this dark shit live. There's another band coming here. It's called Ghost, and they're really freaky, man. It's called Ghost. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they're a really freaky band. Another one like this, and I want to go see them. But you know what? They said no phones allowed. You have to check your phone they lock them up or something. And I said, well, how am I going to get in without a phone? The passes today are all on the phone. I said, there's no fucking no way I'm going to leave my phone with somebody else. That's my phone. It's staying in my pocket. So I got to have to get somebody else to buy the tickets and get them to use and they can check the phone in. And I won't even bring my phone. They don't want people taking pictures and videos, eh?
Yeah.
Ghost.
Marilyn Manson. I'm just looking online here. I was trying to remember who his girlfriend was, and I think he hanging out with like Lindsay Lohan at one point.
Yeah,
he's had all kinds. Like, this guy gets the babes. I'm just looking online. It's like, holy smokes! And I'm like, he creeps me out. I wouldn't want to be his girlfriend if I were a girlfriend.
Yeah, he was a weird. I heard a lot of stories about him and sex, He did. He was weird. He used to cut himself with razor blades, and oh fuck, that guy was. He was something wrong with his head, I tell you.
He seems like a very good Christian.
I used to love it. He had the shows that he had back when he started. You can't compare that. You should see those shows. They're still on video online. If you go back 10 years and look at his shows, it'll blow your mind. It's totally, compared to today. Today is more. He's somebody, right?
Well, this is very Holly weird to me. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to all the shows, and I like the dark ones the best. And I like Alice Cooper. I like it because it's like I said, it's a stage. It's like a movie. You sit there and watch the whole thing. It's not just headbanging.
Yeah.
But Judas Priest always has his Harley Davidson on. He brings it on stage. You got all this smoke behind him, and I don't know. That his show is almost the same for decades too. That guy, these guys, but they're good. I don't know if they're going to be back again. I think they're probably going to call it quits, eh?
They're all getting old, man. They're like, who do they think they are? The Rolling Stones? That they can go on forever?
No, the Stones. I seen them last time they came here, and they weren't as frisky as I used to see them. I used to see him, and like Mick Jagger had a lot of energy. Now he's low energy now. But he's still good.
I can relate. Yeah. I'm getting up there myself.
Yeah.
That was Marilyn Manson with Rose McGowan, his main squeeze at one time. I don't know who he's with now, but the guy still creeps me out, man. No thanks.
He's a Trump fan. So's Alice Cooper.
Is Marilyn Manson a Trump fan?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're right, actually. I think Alice Cooper is a Trumpster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a big golfer. Yeah. He likes Trump. Ministry. They're from Chicago. I just seen them. They're dark. They're really dark.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen them 3-4 months ago, but they hate Trump. They run him down. They got statues of him. Really, they sing about him, how disgusting he is. He's liberal. I remember about 5 years ago, I seen him at a club downtown, and it was like a movie theater, and they were playing, and they had running down. I was yelling at him, "Leave Trump alone! Just fucking play!" I was a big Trump fan back then. And I was right in front of the stage too. I got right up there. I said, "I'm going up to the front. And I'm going to give this guy a piece of my mind." I went up there. I couldn't handle it no more. They were running down Trump so fucking bad. I said, "Oh no! I'm going to go up there now." I think they were right.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm kind of there with you.
Don't trust Trump. Can't trust Trump. I tell you.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
Did you watch any of his speech to the military leaders today?
Just what you played.
Yeah.
I had a busy day today. I had to get a new exhaust on my car, and I've been working on the yard. Oh my God! Lately, Rick, my life yesterday was a relief. Getting out. I got my mom in an old age home, and I'm there all the time. And so I'm kind of. I don't have time for anything anymore. It's just I'm trying to retire, and I keep getting work, and they're pushing it to me, and they want me to do it because nobody else can do it.
Yeah.
And now I said I'll do it in the weekend. I worked all weekend to get this thing, and you know what they did? They changed the room to the opposite side of the wall this morning, and I said, "Well, I won't be able to do it till next weekend." Oh, come on, John. It's not going to take it out long. Oh, Christ. I just want to retire. I just told him I just want to retire. I don't need the money. I don't want nothing. I made $2,800 in football Sunday. I don't need this money. Last weekend I made $1,800. During the week I make money on. I don't need the money, Rick. I don't need the money. Leave me alone. I don't want to. Just want to retire. But and some people telling me, John, keep working, man. If you get the money, you keep. I said, if it was cash, I'd work. But you got to claim it on the government, and they're going to suck it all. You know, the government, they just want everything you make.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sick and tired of this, Rick.
No, that's true.
My daughter just got back from Colombia, Bogota, Colombia.
Uh-huh.
She was there for a week, and that's a nice place. She would move there.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, very affordable. People are nice, and she went. To get her teeth done, they wanted $30,000 here.
$30,000.
$30,000 for 4 crowns, or I don't know what the hell she did. 4 teeth with crowns. They wanted $30,000. She got them done there for $7,000. So she went there and did it for $7,000. But she was there on work too, for 3 days. She worked for 3 days. Then she stayed there next to her, and they got her teeth done.
Well, medical tourism.
But she says Colombia is very, very nice. She was up in the statue, and that they got that Jesus statue with his arms straight out.
Oh yeah,
It's like 30 stories high. I don't know, but she walked up the mountain to this thing and on the ocean. She says it's very nice, very beautiful place, and it's very cheap. You can get an apartment there for like $400 a month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, food's cheap, very affordable, and look where we live here. It's just like everybody's gouging everybody. Yeah? But the cartel's there. That's where all the stuff that Trump don't like comes from there, right?
That's what he says.
Well, that's the.
Yeah,
that's where not Venezuela, Rick. Comes from Colombia.
Yeah. Colombia, it's a big drug country, that's for sure.
But I told her to be careful, and she went with her friend anyway. So.
Yeah. Well. I mean, I keep saying I'm going to finish this. I did actually run a bunch of the stuff out of Costa Rica, but I have more I could show people. I never.
You said you were going to do something. I've never seen it. You said you were going to put something together.
Yeah, I know. I've got it all. I did run stuff the one time, but I have even more that I was going to put together in a larger, longer
time,
thing.
man.
I keep every day. I'm like busy with the news of the day, and I've got all these other things. I'm trying to get the War of the Worlds thing done too. So I'm working.
Yeah, it's busy. Now you know where I'm coming from. I'm set up. I just want to do what I want to do, and not, it's. Hey, I enjoy what I do, but today, everybody's trying to rip you off, and. It's not like it used to be. It used to be good at one time,
Well, yeah.
I'm disappointed, Rick. But I like even you, Rick. I thought you were into free speech.
Well, I am.
Maybe some people on your shows aren't. If they don't like the person or don't like what they say, they ban you. I listen to a lot of shows. Rick. I'm not saying I'm a saint, but when I say something somebody doesn't like, like even Shadow told me, John, don't say that again. This other guy, Joe, on his show, he says, John, don't post links no more, and I respect that. But they don't ban me. Your show's like, go stand in the corner for 10 minutes. You bad boy, go stand in the corner for 10 minutes. Anyways, your show is the only show that people get banned. I've never seen Anyways, I don't want to talk about this, Rick. Sorry. I like you, Rick.
I like you too, John.
But I don't want to talk about it. I don't really give a shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
My typing is not that good, anyways.
Uh-huh.
I'm always thinking. I used to type on other these chat boards when I was younger, like newspapers and stuff. They always run me down. You can't spell. You can't spell. You know what I'm trying to say. You can't spell.
Well, You're not banned right now. You're right here with me. But I don't want to talk about the ostriches. Not tonight. It's the ostrich-free zone tonight. I haven't even mentioned them. So
they doesn't affect my life, those ostriches. That's all I got to say. You know what affects my life? Like, see what's happening in the UK right now with this digital ID?
Oh, yes. If
that comes here, then I get upset because it affects me. But the ostriches don't affect me. Same with anything that, anything, like, anyways. I don't like the government pushing stuff onto me that I don't want to do. It should be free choice for everybody. Like I tell everybody, you want to go do it? Go. I'm not going to stop you. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to do it. So I'm not following you. I'm not a follower. Today everywhere I go, everybody tap with their phones. They're getting them all worked in already. So when they do bring digital currency, everybody's already ready. I was at a grocery store, and this guy's talking to the cashier about tapping his phone, that he wasn't doing it right. And I go, come on, just pay cash and get out of here. I want to go home. We're in a conversation. I just want to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's odd to me that people are so concerned about, digital currencies, and then they go and they buy Bitcoin, or they buy a meme coin, or they're worried about, they always say they're concerned about something, but then they engage in the activity where they leave themselves open to it.
Trump's going to bring digital currency in. You watch. Trump's going to bring digital. I don't trust that guy.
Yeah, I know he's doing it to us.
He's sneaky. He's just like that. Israel there about Gaza. That speech.
Yeah.
Did you hear that speech? He's 20 points. 20 points. Who the right mind would agree to those 20 points?
There's no way they're going to do that. No way.
No. You got to have rocks. But then they blame Hamas. They don't want to agree.
No,
not in your terms, man.
Yeah, it's no question that whole thing's a sin.
Why don't they get a neutral country to write up to 20 points? Right? That makes more sense to me.
Because it's a setup. It's like, they want peace. Here's the peace deal. Accept this. And then when they don't, then they go in and finish the job. I get it, man.
I see all this happening, and I don't trust these people anymore. Okay, Rick? I don't trust none of these people anymore. And this is where our government, their government, it's everybody. It's just, I don't trust them. Mm-hmm. They're all sneaky, and it's just, this is the world we live in today.
Yeah, well, as much as you got upset with me, I did say from the very beginning that Israel should not have gone in there the way that they did. I don't agree with what happened on October 7th either. And that anniversary is, only now 7 days away. So we'll be hearing a lot more about that. But the response to it has been completely improper too. So I'm not happy either way. But
there's no Hamas hasn't agreed to nothing, though, right?
No, I don't think they've even responded to it yet.
No, I don't think they will.
Mm-hmm.
Only if what's that other country there, Commodore? What's that other Muslim country there where everything comes out of?
Qatar.
If they force Hamas to do it, then Hamas will do it. I think. I think if they force them to do it, to take the deal, But I don't think they're going to force them to do that. I think they see through the line too. Right? They're reading between the lines and they're saying, "Nah, it's a setup." Right? That's all it is.
It looks like it to me because I look at the deal and it's not a deal. It's I think Trump wants to build his resort in Gaza. So, and I don't think he's joking about that either.
His son-in-law's already got all the plans and he's got the construction crew ready to go.
Yeah.
He's ready to go, man. That guy.
It's grotesque. I can't believe it. It's just, what the hell are you talking about? It's also weird.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah,
You're starting to see the light now, eh?
Well,
with the U.S. empire.
I just think, John, sometimes you're just a little too hard on me because I don't go as hard as you want me to go. But I never.
Same with Venezuela. Same with Venezuela's a big setup. That's all it is.
Yeah, well, I call it that.
Steal their oil, steal their resources.
Oh yes.
That's all it is.
Yes, I agree. 100%. The whole pretext of the drug cartels and everything. Yeah, there's an issue there, but I don't think you need the whole half the U.S. Navy to go down there and blow those boats out of the water. Like, it's like, what the hell are you doing?
I don't know. I'm really disappointed with this Trump. I used to be a big Trump fan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I go to all these. I don't know. People go on the line here, but I go crazy bins. I go to 3, 4, 5 different ones, and it's like a gold mine in there, Rick. You find some stuff worth like $200, $300 for.
This is
for
not an
$20.
advertisement for crazy bins. Just to let you know, no money is exchanging hands here.
No, people can check it out. You don't have to buy nothing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But it's like a gold mine, the stuff you find in there.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to tell you, I went to one, and all I've seen, well, not all, but I've seen so many Trump hats, Trump flags, Kamala Harris flags. Like, nobody wants them. So they ship them to these crazy bins because it's just like, they're all returns, eh?
Yeah.
Or people return them, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like, I wouldn't even take it for free. Yeah.
I don't think, I honestly, I don't think Trump is as popular now as he thinks he is. Because,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he's lost a lot of his base even now because of the Epstein stuff and.
Yeah, that's another cover up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even the shooter that shot that guy, that's a cover up. I'm telling you, that's a cover up. That is, hey, you'll never. If you look at the way when someone gets shot like that, it's a crime scene. Did you see a crime scene there? They threw him in a fucking. Ooh, watch my language. They threw him in one of those black SUVs, you know, those convoy things.
Yeah.
They threw him in there. Why didn't an ambulance come and take him away? You know what I mean? Like, they know what they're doing, but these these security guys just picked them up and threw them in there. Where'd they take them? Nobody knows. They take them to the hospital? Nobody knows. There's no crime scene. You think they'd have the whole thing fenced up? It's a crime scene.
Everything around the whole thing is also weird. And I have to say, I agree, you know, that the crime scene was not properly secured. The whole investigation has been.
These are professionals you're dealing with. Professionals.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
They had people jumping around. They were stealing the merchandise off the merch table after the shooting. Like, what the hell? Like,
something stinks, man. I'm telling you.
I've covered a lot of crime as a reporter over the years.
Yeah.
I know what a lot of police procedures should be, and none of that stuff happened there.
No, nothing. They just picked them up and threw them in one of those black vans there and took them away. Who knows where they took them?
It's very strange. Not drawing any conclusions here tonight, but it's very, very weird.
Weird is
a lot
right.
of holes in the investigation. As I said the other night, I'm surprised anybody in the United States gets convicted for anything anymore, because there's always a shadow of a doubt. All you have to do is have your lawyer point to what's going on social media and all the conspiracies, which may be true, and then you say, well, look, there's a doubt there, so you have to acquit. And with all the holes in the FBI investigation,
same with Trump's here.
Oh my
Trump's
God.
here.
Yeah.
Something stinks. I don't think anybody shot him. I think it was something that they planted on him. Okay, he had a piece of a big bandage on there for what, 2 days, and all of a sudden it was good. I don't see anybody healing in 2 days, especially a bullet wound in the earlobe. I don't know.
Also weird. The other weird thing is you see in the video that they take all these photographers and they escort them over to the right in front of the stage when you've got what might be still an active shooter, right? And they put them right in the line of fire, what would be the line of fire if there were another active shooter or whatever, right? Could be more than one. They don't know anything at that point. So they move all the reporters into harm's way. And then they lower the flag down behind to make that perfect photo op, which I said right from the beginning was like, that's like a perfect photo op.
That was staged.
So potentially it's too weird to not notice. So what's the truth? It's all a show. Even if it isn't a show, they turn it into a show.
Yeah. It's nothing adds up anymore for me. Sorry, Rick.
No, that's okay, John. I totally understand. Which brings me to my last question for you tonight as we kind of wrap up. Did you hear that song that we put together here, the It's All Fake? Did you like that one? When I was producing that, I was like, Johnny's going to like this one. This is right up Johnny's alley.
No, when did you play it? Yesterday?
I did actually play it yesterday. I'm going to play it again tonight.
Okay, I'll listen to it tonight. Yesterday, I didn't see your show yesterday. I was down.
Oh.
I didn't get up this morning. I was all bagged out. I had to run and rush to get my car done, and then I think they ripped me off for $100. I don't know. They charged me $800 for a piece of pipe and.
Wow.
Welded it in there. A catalytic converter. I don't know.
Did they put a new catalytic converter on?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's your $800 right there.
No, I priced it out on Amazon, and it was only like $300.
There's $400. So with the tax, and then you have a couple of pieces of pipe. So there's probably another $100. So there's $600.
Anyways, I paid it. I had the money.
$800.
I paid cash. I told them I paid cash.
I understand.
But I called them when I got home, and I says, sounds like I'm driving an electric car now. I don't hear nothing. Starts laughing at me.
See, that's why electric cars. So they have to put like noisemakers on some of them now because they're running people over because the pedestrians can't hear them coming. It's true.
Yeah. Big labor was 2 hours, and they had $130 an hour, so that's $260 for labor.
Yeah, see, I know
they charged me $260.
Yeah.
And the pipe they charged me $400 or something.
Yeah.
But I got it on Amazon for $200. Same pipe.
Yep.
So, but he says we don't buy stuff from Amazon.
See,
so wherever they bought it.
When I fixed the exhaust on my car, I went and I bought a piece of exhaust pipe for $30.
Yeah.
And then I crawled into the car and I cut the pipe myself and I made a custom piece and put it all together myself for $30.
Yeah, but you know why I think they ripped me off though, Rick? I went there the week before to get my tires rotated because I bought these Michelins there. It's the best, cheapest prices I can find. But they put Michelins on, and it says you got lifetime rotation, right? So I went to get them rotated, and they rotated my tires.
And they said, you need a brake job.
No, when he backed it up in some dolly, and he broke my back headlight.
What?
My back tail light. He snapped. He broke it. He goes, "Oh, don't worry. Just come back next week, and we'll put a new one in for you." I went in for a new one, and they put it in for free.
Yeah.
And then I said, my exhaust, put it up on the hoist. I don't know. It sounds a little loud. It's not that. It was a little leak coming right from the manifold. There's a ring there. He goes, it's leaking right here. And I said, well, that catalytic converter's pretty rusty there. That might be leaking too. Replace that too, I said. Okay. Yeah, $700. He said $800, and that's what he charged me, $800 today.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the price of that taillight, they probably put some of that in there, to recover the loss. That's the way I think, though, Rick.
Let me ask you something. Did they give you your old catalytic converter back?
No. I should have asked for it,
Oh, yeah, I think so.
There was a lot of there's value in it,
Oh, those things are like gold today. That's why you have all these thieves out there running around with battery-powered saws.
Oh, man. Why didn't I talk to you before? That was too late.
Yeah. Let me just see what is a catalytic converter.
Silver. There's silver in. Oh no, there's planium. What other metal?
I'm just looking it up here.
Yeah, there's a planium or something. That's very rare metal. Huh.
Yeah, there's metals in there.
I'm gonna talk to him about that. Maybe I'll call him tomorrow morning and see if it's still there.
Yeah, I don't know what are they. Yeah, so anywhere from $50 to $1,000, depending on the size. That would be for like big ones for $1,000. So
mine, he only replaced half of it. He cut it and welded it.
Mm-hmm.
There's another piece that they never replaced.
Oh no, but if you replace the cat, then he replaces the whole cat. That doesn't include the pipe. It's what's inside that catalytic converter.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. It's a value.
Anyways, I think it's too late. I should have asked them. Yeah, because people steal those things there's big money,
Oh yeah.
I should park it in the garage tonight. They might come and steal
it. Yeah.
Brand new.
Guys. Yeah. So there's a bunch of metals in them, right? There's like platinum, as you mentioned, and palladium and rhodium. But like it's worth big money. And scrap yards. See, the thing about scrap yards is they have to actually take ID from people if they bring those things in, or at least they're supposed to, so that they know where they're coming from, because the cops have a big problem tracking the people down who are stealing them. And they'll cut them off in the middle of the night from your car and then escape under cloak of darkness, take them to the scrapyard the next day and sell them as scrap, right? So you can...
Tomorrow morning I'm going to start it up and what the hell's going on here?
What happened to my catalytic converter? It's gone.
Oh, they cut it off. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Brand new, man. Yeah. It's brand new. But I swear to God, it sounds like an electric car. I don't hear nothing anymore. The exhaust is so quiet right now. There was a little leak before, and when you revved it up, you kind of got a little louder, but not that. It wasn't loud. It wasn't. Personally, I could have probably drove to the whole winter with it like that. But you know me, I said, probably more expensive next year. Just do it now. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Well, you probably
I spend a lot of money on my car. It's in tip-top shape.
Yeah. Well, I've got a lot of work I should be doing around here too, but like we said earlier, I'm moving a little slower these days. So a lot of the things I look at and I'm like, I'm going to do that. And then I don't do it because I just, I'm like, my knee hurts too much today. There's truth for you.
I just got my car rust checked. I got tires rotated. I got to go get my calendars. The guy never had the calendars in. I got to get my. I go there. This one place, rust check. He's got nice calendars. He's got scenery calendars. He's got working babes calendars. I drive one of those. Cars, antique cars. So I grab one of each.
Working babes is that's not.
I
that
bring
wouldn't be
everybody
sexist,
coffee and donuts. Eh?
That wouldn't be sexist. What? See, now my elbow is sore tonight. I'm like, oh, I can't work on the car tomorrow. It hurts too much to bend my arm. It's true too. Yeah, my elbow is sore.
This weather is just unbelievable right now for working outdoors in your car.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's been gorgeous out.
Good weather right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so. I should take a couple of days off. I don't know if people here will forgive me, but I do actually need to take a couple of days off to get stuff done around here that I meant to do in the spring.
Oh, today, holy smokes, it took me forever to do all the yard work today, man. It's just never ends. And then I ran out of gas, and I said, that's it, I quit. Lawnmower ran out of gas. I was almost done anyway, so I said, that's it.
Yeah.
I quit. I'm going to put the lawnmower away for the winter. No gas in it. Get the snowblower out.
Yeah, I have to fix my weed whacker. I bought a couple of those things to put on the bottom of the weed whacker, you know, the knob that screws on to keep the spool still on. And
I have a problem with that weed whacker. It keeps, I'm not putting the wire in right or something, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep, I'm doing something wrong.
There are alternatives. You can get the wires, like it's just like a wire wheel that will attach to the bottom. I've looked at those, but then I thought, no, that looks like death. Death. Because if it's going to, the wire's going to fly off, and I don't know, it'll probably, with my luck, it'll bounce off something, ricochet, and hit me in the eye or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I got to look into that.
Got to wear safety glasses and stuff if you're going to buy one of those things. But they're out there, so you don't have to change the nylon line all the time, which is a pain.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It keeps retracting inside, and I got to keep pulling it out. And
I spray lubricant on mine, like WD-40 or silicone or something, to try and keep it from binding inside and not feeding out. Seems to help a little bit, but it's inevitable. You're always going to be unscrewing that stupid thing on the bottom. The other problem, John, is I recommend this. If you have a weed whacker, don't have a dog, because the little spool knobby thingies that I bought, he stole them, and I don't know where he put them. I don't know where they went.
I put everything back in the trunk today because I took everything out to get it sprayed. And I was putting everything in the trunk, and WD-40 can. I go, you know your gas cap. Yeah. You spray WD-40 and wipe it off to keep the rubber from a good seal, right? So the gas, the red light doesn't come on ever, Yeah. So I sprayed on the cloth, clean, but I couldn't get no pressure out of the goddamn thing, and it's like a half a can. And I'm going, Jesus Christ, there's no pressure. Maybe the cold last year took all the pressure out of it. Yeah. I was looking for my, the tire valve. I got a couple spare ones, right? Mm-hmm. So if you screw it into a air compressor, and you stick it in the top of the can, you can pump air in the can.
Yep.
You know that, eh?
Yeah.
It's a great trick. So I did that I only put a couple of pounds in there, and now it sprays like crazy. And I finished off the. I'm not going to waste a can of WD-40. Half a can, but it's full of air now, and it sprays good. But you should spray inside your gas cap, clean it with the WD-40 too, and then people should do that just to keep the seal moist and good grip. And you do it every, twice a year. It's not a big deal. You just get a cloth and spray it on there, and boom, you're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a good tip, Rick, for you.
See, if you were talking to my dad right now, he would say, yeah, and if you have arthritis, you can just spray it on your sore elbow, and it'll make it better.
Yeah. It's like the Wizard of Oz, the oil can. Eh?
That's right. He's serious.
Tin Man with the oil can.
Like, you know what else my father does? If he gets a cut, like if he cuts his finger or anything, he gets electrical tape and he makes a bandage with electrical tape, and he swears by that. And I'm like, Dad, you can't do that, man. You're going to give yourself some strange disease like cancer, gangrene.
Does he put cotton it? Does he put cotton on it?
He just washes it off and puts electrical tape on it. And I'm like, Jesus.
That's got chemicals on it, Rick.
Well, you tell him. He's 93. Okay? It's working for him. I know he does that stuff all the time. I'm like, Dad, I don't think it's a good idea. And then I look at him and I can't keep up with him. He's 93 years old and he's still out chopping wood. So what can I say to tell him?
There's an old guy where my mom is at senior's home. He's from London, Ontario. He's a dairy farmer, right?
Yeah.
He's skinny as a rake. And he's in this those walkers, eh?
Yeah.
You should see him go, man. I go, holy, you move fast with that thing. And how old are you? He says 98. I says, and you move this fast? And he's skinny. There's another Chinese lady. She's just. I go, holy smokes, skinny as a rake. And I go, how old are you? 96. So there's a secret, Rick. But then there's all these fat people there, and they're just, step by step, So you got to lose weight. Otherwise, you're going to die young.
Well, that's the thing. That's what Pete Hegseth said today, too. No more fat generals. He went to war not just with wokeism. He went to war with his own fat generals. They all have to pass a fitness test now. Even the old dudes with beer bellies.
But these skinny people, I see them in these walkers. They're just whizzing by, and the fat people, it takes them forever to just go across the floor. You know, that tells you a lot, Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, even I have found that I've always been sort of a skinny guy, but now I'm like, I got to lose some weight. Like I'm bent down and I can't get up. And there's the truth too.
I think I've lost some weight just hanging out there, not eating properly. Yeah, I don't even have breakfast. I just, you rush out and then you're there and come home till 6:37. I'm home. Holy Christ, man!
What happened with your Ozempic adventure?
I quit that a long time ago. When I found out what was in it, they had venom from lizard venom.
What?
the Komodo dragon. Komodo dragon. They suck venom out of it and put it in that.
Really?
And I said, I don't want that stuff in my system. Yeah.
That's a lizard, right?
Yeah, the Komodo dragon. Yeah. It's poisonous. I see it at the zoo when I go there. Every time I go look for it. They're big. They're like alligators.
I'm looking it up here. It says it's not true.
Komodo dragon.
I'm just looking it up here. It says, no, Ozempic does not contain lizard venom. It's a fully synthetic medication. However, its development was inspired by a compound. Oh, here it is. Discovered in the venom of a Gila monster, a venomous lizard native to the southwestern U.S. and North
There
America.
You go.
So it's like a synthetic version of the venom from a Gila monster. I'm sure that's good for you. It's probably.
That's really good for you.
I don't know if it's as good for you as, say, like Tylenol.
If you want to look like a lizard.
You are what you inject or what you eat. How do you take Ozempic anyway? Do you inject that stuff or do you eat it?
Yeah, you inject it in the side of your stomach.
You are what you inject in the side of your stomach?
Yeah. Well, yeah, on the side, yeah.
Doesn't that hurt?
You just pinch it and stick it. The needle's only like a quarter inch.
Why do you have to put it in your stomach? Does it matter where you put it in? Can you put it?
That's where they want you to put it. Right in the side of your
straight in your forehead,
stomach.
right there, like that.
Oh yeah, right in the forehead.
Instant, partial lobotomy. It'd be okay. Like, no, it just kind of numbs the pain a little bit when you stick it right in.
As soon as I found out that's what was in it, I said, that's it for me, man. I don't want to look like a lizard.
Too late. I can relate.
But it did work, though. I was losing a lot of weight, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, it did work.
Did it
does work.
How did it make you feel?
Well, it gives you more energy because you got less weight on you.
Yeah.
The less weight you got, the more energy you got. Look at
it sort of slows down
these skinny guys. These skinny guys with those walkers, they're just whizzing by everybody. You know, they have a marathon for all these old people.
Uh-huh.
The guy who wins it every year, he's 100 years old, and the guy's skinny as a rake. He wins the marathon every year.
Oh yeah.
But he doesn't walk very fast. They're all about. You got to be like.
I know. I was
out
in my Volkswagen Golf, just yesterday, and I'm cruising down the boulevard, doing about 50K. I look over to my right. Oh, and there's this old dude in a walker, and he's like, he's passing me. I'm like, what the hell? No.
Was he skinny?
He was skinny as a rake.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm like, oh crap, man. I know that I have, like, you know what they call the engine, and the engines in the Volkswagen I have. It's a 2-liter, right? 2.0. Yeah. So they call it a 2-point slow.
It's amazing. Slow. It's amazing what you see at these old age homes. You know, I learn a lot from these old people, and I talk to all of them because I'm a friendly guy. This one lady the other day, she says, "Look, I went to Tim Hortons and look at the number I had, 666." I says, "Oh, the bullhorns for you today." Yeah. She goes, "Oh, I don't know. Is it unlucky?" I says, "Well, you can look at it a different way. You can look at it sex." Starts laughing. Yeah.
They put in everything to sell everything. Some of it's very subliminal, which reminds me of, like, years ago, you used to get these Pepsi cans, and if you took two of them and stacked one on top of the other and turned them just the right way, they had a design on there that spelled the word sex.
Oh, yeah. Pepsi cans.
Yeah, I did a story about that on CTV because people clued in, realized it, and then people started to complain to PepsiCo, right? So I did this story, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. So I went and I bought a whole bunch of them as collector's items. I kept them around here for years, and I don't know where they went. I thought they were kind of a novelty thing, so I kept them for quite a while, and they got tossed probably by my wife, who's like, I can't have more dust collectors around here. Out with that. But
yeah, that's what I got to do. Is
old people.
I'm going to throw everything out. I'm bringing so much stuff in here now. It's not funny. From crazy bins.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful of those old people, John. Just letting you know, because years ago, I went to my wife's grandparents' house. We were down there visiting in Clinton, Ontario. They passed away some years ago now, but this is a long time ago. But I go there, and her grandmother says, "Would you like a Pepsi?" And I was like, well, sure, that would be really great. So she goes searching for a Pepsi, right? And she comes back and she gives me this Pepsi, and I'm drinking this Pepsi, and it tastes odd, right? And then my wife's aunt was there, and she says, "Oh, don't drink that." I'm like, well, why? She says, well, that's because her grandfather was an antique dealer.
Oh, it was flat, isn't it?
And I'm like, oh my God, this Pepsi was like, I don't know, 15 years old or whatever it was in this can, and I'm drinking this shit. And I'm like, you're lucky I'm here to talk to you today about it.
You know what really, I feel sad sometimes. These old age homes, I go to visit my mom all the time, and so does other sisters go also. We take turns, but we're there I'm there for 6-7 hours, right?
Yeah.
And there's all these old ladies in the hallway just parked there. They got they eat there and everything because they have nobody. And I talk to them, and they, it hurts me. They say, take me with you, you know. Because I'm wheeling my mother out of there, taking her outside, for get some fresh air. And take me with you. They're all just, please take me with you. They're all saying that to me, and I'm going, oh my God, I don't know what to do anymore. I can't go taking them away. And there's an old black guy outside. I go have a smoke, and he's out there in his wheelchair, and he goes, "Can you drive me to the mall?" I says, "No, I can't drive you to the mall. You live here." Yeah, but I can leave. What do you want to go to the mall for? I want to go get a Mickey. A Mickey. I says, no, definitely not. I'm not doing that for you. I'm sorry, you can get me in trouble. I says, no, not going to do that. He goes, I drink Mickeys all the time here. I says, no, I can't do it. And then there's another guy with a wheelchair coming down the street, and he gives him two Mickeys in a bag. He went electric wheelchair. He went to the liquor store to get him two Mickeys. The liquor store's like, 400, 500, 600 yards. I don't know. It's at the corner, but it's still unbelievable, Rick. The place is, but it's a good home, but I got to get her out of there. It's too much money. It's a private one, right? It's hard to get into a home today.
Yes.
Yes. Very, very difficult. She's on the waiting list for 6 places, and it just never comes,
Yep.
Anyhow, so now they're all the ones that are not funded. They're the ones that you can get in right away, but it costs you a fortune for these places.
Yeah.
Not cheap. This one lady, she's paying $7,000 a month.
Whoa.
I said, how could you afford that? I said, well, my husband, he was a police officer for Toronto, and he had good pension, and so we're living off. He died. He was here too, and he died. But they're not kicking me out of here. He goes, she's got 2 rooms, and one room is a TV and a dining table, and the other one's a bedroom.
Yeah.
And she's been living there, but she's still good. She's still got a walker. Scottish.
Yeah.
She's still good. Yeah. But this unbelievable. The people there, they're very friendly, and everybody. Hey, you look like a
Gila monster.
My long hair. Right? You look like that wrestler. Ric Flair. I go, woo! yeah, woo! Just laughing at me. You know who he is, eh? Yeah, woo!
I've never thought of that. You look like Ric Flair. Well, that's a whole lot better than a Gila monster. A little anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
I wish I could take care of all these people there, because they're all nice people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could, but they're all Filipinos. All the nurses and caregivers are all
Filipino.
Very nice. Oh, yeah. Very nice people. They work hard, and they're very nice people.
I was on a phone call just 2 days ago with somebody who was like a telephone support person, and. Anyway, the conversation turned a little bit, and I said, well, where are you from? What part of the country? Oh, well, I'm in the Philippines. And I was like, oh, yeah. I've never been there, but the way she described it, it sounds like a very nice place.
Well, I talked to one Filipino there. I said, I'd like to live in the Philippines. How long you been here? She goes, oh, not too long, about 4 years. She goes, I'm working here as a, helper, caregiver. I said, is the Philippines, the healthcare same as here? He goes, oh no, the healthcare there, you got to pay. There's no freebies there. He goes, people die because they don't have the money.
Right. Yeah.
I said, how about pensions? Are the pensions? Oh no, they give you like $50 a month. You work all your life, and they give you like $50 a month for your pensions. Mm-hmm. And then the other day, someone sends me this video. The Carney, they want to cut our pensions. All the pensions here, they want to cut them to give them to the people unfortunate, like the immigrants that come here. There's so many immigrants coming here. They want to cut your pension to help pay the immigrants. pension.
Well, I tend to look that stuff up and see how true it is when people make those claims, because there's so much of that.
I'll send it to you, okay?
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
send it to you.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. And this is a lady that she don't look fake, but I'll send you the video that they sent me, and it's they want to cut her. They want to cut her pension.
Same with the claims about the temporary foreign workers program. Like, a lot of the stuff is true, but some of it isn't. And there is some abuse going on out there for sure. But
this says a lot of people collecting pensions. They don't need the money. They're making too much money.
I think there's some of that goes on. Yeah. Because people come here and plead poverty when in reality they're coming from homes and back home they've had a lot of money and they bring it here. So there's some of that goes on too. So
I'll send you that video though. You check it out. It looks true to me.
Yeah.
Send me a message back if you think it's
sure.
fake.
Generally what I do is I go and I do preliminary search, and then I go in and I find the actual government program documentation to find out what the criteria are for qualifications and what the program really involves, But, my wife was saying that I have to be careful what I say because she's a banker. So I don't want to say anything that get her in trouble because she doesn't even really tell me very much, right? So I don't even know, she never tells me names of people or clients and things like that. But she was saying she was talking to somebody who was talking about, like, they own a business of some kind, and then they build housing for foreign workers that come in very much the same way farmers do when they bring temporary foreign workers to work the fields every year, which has been gone on for years and years. And they don't make big money doing that. They really are jobs that they have a lot of trouble filling because it's so hard. The work is so hard. But yeah, she was saying that I think this was restaurant work or something. But even there, they're supposed to prove that they're hiring people for jobs that they can't fill. And when I've talked to people over the years who have worked at places like Tim Hortons, the people that I know that have worked at Tim Hortons never worked there very long, and they have huge, very quick turnover. Like, it's hard for them to keep staff. There's no question about it. Are they justified in what they're doing with that government program? I'm sure, like all government programs, there's abuse that is taking place. I don't know how extensive it is. I know that some of what we're seeing online is exaggerated. So the truth is somewhere in the middle. And they're going to scale that stuff back. I know that in the months ahead. But I've been digging into it a little bit, but I need to find out more to get a real true perspective on it.
Look at all these workers. The government says if you hire an immigrant worker, or we'll pay half the salary
for a specified time for training. Yeah. And some of the programs are not as lucrative as you might think they are, and then they're supposed to try to keep the worker on after, but a lot of the time, this is where the abuse comes in. They hire the worker, they keep them for the training period, they collect at the end, they're supposed to pay the full wage, then they're supposed to get like a rebate on part of that wage up to a certain percentage, which can be substantial. But then a lot of the time what they do is they don't keep the workers on. And then they get another person and then go through the training session again. And if it's a low skilled job, then you train them in 5 minutes, but claim, 6 months of training subsidies. So that's where a lot of the abuse and shit comes in.
But there's a lot of that stuff going on.
Oh, tons of it. Yeah. And that's not a reflection so much on the people working behind the counter as it is the companies abusing the system.
Like Budweiser Stage is government. The government owns that place.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go there, all the security is all India, from India. And I notice a lot of these government events I go to, they're all India, from India, the security. Yeah. They're into security like crazy, those people.
Yeah, we've got a big, influx of people from India. And I think that, again, the finger to be pointed It should be directed at some of these politicians, frankly, who have created imbalance in where a lot of these people are, immigrants are coming from. And that's because they're getting, there's corruption there. Like if you look at Patrick Brown, right, the mayor of Brampton right now, and conservative politician, he has all this support because if you go back, you can find the actual stories on this. He openly talked about delisting the Tamil Tigers as a terrorist organization, and he does stuff like that in exchange for promises of, like, he gets campaign contributions. Right. And then he makes promises to that diaspora community, and then they support him and they kick all their money into him. And then in exchange for that, these politicians were like, well, then, okay, then we'll loosen up the immigration laws, or we'll create a system, or we'll do stuff to make sure that when we bring in people from other countries, it'll be your community that gets them. Right. So bring your friends, your relatives, whatever. And so it's the politicians who are getting their pockets lined in order to get the campaign money, which doesn't really, politics is so corrupt in that way in this country because people don't realize that.
With the States.
Like if you donate to a political party or a politician, especially like the federal level, say, you get like 80, 90% of it back as a tax break. So if you're a wealthy person, or if you're even just, very gainfully employed, you can use that as a tax write-off, and you can give like $100 donation and get like $90 back, which means that the donation is like 90% taxpayer money to the political party or the politician, and $10 to you at the end of the year, provided you're making enough taxable income to then put that claim forward to Revenue Canada. So it's very lucrative for these politicians, some of whom run for office with, I think, really no intent of winning, but they turn it into a business. And this is the game that's played in Canada.
But these Indian securities at these concerts, they're like rakes. You know what I mean? If there's a fight, what are they going to do? Security, what are they going to do? I'm thinking, what are they going to do? How are they going to break up a fight?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They're like rakes.
Oh, you mean skinny?
Skinny rakes.
Well, you just said
if there's a fight, what are they going to
do? Do they have walkers too?
They got walkie-talkies. They probably phone the cops.
I'm pretty sure the guy that passed my vote.
That's about all they can do.
Who was skinny the other day. I'm pretty sure that he.
Well, that's too late. The cops might take 20 minutes to get there because of the crowds and shit. Yeah. And meanwhile, somebody can get really hurt because they can't break it up. They're too skinny. Like they're not meant to.
No.
They don't know how to fight.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I wouldn't prejudge if I were you. You might not want to mess with those guys. Depends on the training,
Well, I look at them; they're like little skinny rakes, man. I don't know how the hell they're going to stop a fighting around here.
I've seen fights with little guys who have taken out Goliaths without much trouble.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never seen it, but so far the concerts I go to, they're all heavy metal. You think there's going to be riots there, but I've never seen a riot. Just drunk people.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Well, listen, I have a conference call I have to get to online here after I sign off, so we better wrap things up tonight. But I've really enjoyed the conversation with you tonight, my friend. It's been this has been fun. So I'm glad that you did this. Thank you.
All right. Nice talking to you too. Right. Bye.
And don't forget this song closing off tonight. It's All Fake.
Oh, yeah. I'll turn it up.
Dedicated
no volume
to you
right now.
Okay.
Oh, dedicated to me. All
dedicated
right.
to you. I had you in mind while I was producing this. Yes.
All right. 100%. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
All right. See ya.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Here we go. Signing off tonight. Maverick and the News Brothers. It's All Fake, dedicated to Johnny Toronto. And we'll be back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, on The Flip Side. Whoa. Hang on. Let's try it one more time. That was a false start. Re-cue. Here we go. Let's take it from the top. You know, I want the beginning to just be just right. So hang on here. Let's get this down, and we're going to re-cue it, and we're going to do it the right way this time. Because I want Johnny to get the whole experience, and you, tonight. Very anticlimactic. But here we go. Re-cueing. It's all fake. Another technical glitch, but it's worth the wait. See you tomorrow night. Once again, on the flip side.
Biden's about, Charlie's alive. Elvis flips burgers on the Lower East Side. 10 Trumps mask up on your phone. Shilling mean coins by remote drone. Graphene needles in your veins. Chemtrail sugar fries your brain. George Floyd's American hologram pie. Don't trust your lying eyes. It's all fake. It's all fake. The moon is a hoax. Give your head a shake. It's all fake. It's all fake. Your mama's a lizard. Your daddy's a snake. Bigfoot codes, the Mossad plan. Flat Earth truckers fighting the man. Dinosaurs guard an empty fed vault. Truth is dead and it's the media's fault. Conspiracies are real, let it sink in. Time travel, JFK is president again. 9/11's a VR game. The elite cut deals in the devil's name. It's all fake. It's all fake. From the jab to the pills that you take. It's all fake. It's all fake. The Pope's in a bunker with Q as his mate. Your phone's a snitch. Your dog's AI. The king eats penguins in conspiracy pie. JFK, Jr., Cobain, and Tupac. They ain't dead. They're all coming back. It's all fake. It's all fake. Every headline, every handshake. It's all fake. It's all fake. FBI, CIA, KGB, ABC. Are you awake? Don't believe your lying eyes. It's all fake. It's all fake.
This has been a Maverick Multimedia production.